What's up, y'all? Welcome to MeatCranium Barbecue and Review. Today we're gonna review this little guy. I'm fixing to show you. There's been some companies that have come and gone, and some companies that also have 22-inch kettles, but no one has been able to compete with the Weber kettle until now. This is the Expert Grill, 22-inch kettle. This thing I picked up from Walmart. They had a floor display, and I messed around with it. I was actually pretty impressed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this thing assembled, and I'm going to compare this to the Weber kettle. I'll kind of give you, then let you know how it went with the assembly. I'm not gonna go through the painstaking process of actually showing you how I assemble this thing. So I'm gonna get started, get this thing out of the box, and getting it assembled. I think y'all are gonna be pretty impressed. Let's get to it. Stainless steel grate. There's the ash collector. Two charcoal baskets. Now it's time to assemble. All right, I don't know if I'm looking forward to this, but I'm gonna report back to you and see how this thing is to assemble. See you in a sec. All right, y'all, so this is the next day. It was getting kind of late, so I went ahead and I just put a pause on everything after I assembled it and just decided to regather and talk about this grill and do a comparison between this one and also Weber kettle, which I have over here. Y'all ain't never seen that one, have you? Nah, actually, it's my son's. I bought it for my son for Christmas, my Marine son, and he can't take it with him over in his apartment right now. So it's just gonna stay here, and I got a cover over it, and I'm not using it, so it hasn't even been used. It's brand spanking new. Let's talk about the positives and negatives that I've seen with this grill so far. Let's get started. All right, let's start with the positives that I like about this. First off, it has 4 legs. The instructions are really iffy on how to install these legs. So when you install these legs, you have 2 different kinds. You have ones here that have a little black cap on the bottom. The black cap goes even with this handle over here, and they only turn only one certain direction so that this rack can go across. And then you got the back ones. I actually had to adjust these legs about 3 or 4 times in order for me to actually finally get the right consistency of what they went to. But I do like the fact that it's got a nice full rack there, and it's also got 4 legs. It's pretty sturdy. I like that. And it's got a good base to it. Now, the other thing I really like about this is I like that it has a temp gauge if it works. So I don't know how accurate this is until I actually get some coals in it and actually run some probes to it. It has a temp probe that goes up to 800 degrees. I really like that, but once again, I don't know how accurate that is, but if that is accurate, that's gonna be a huge positive. It has a nice big handle here on the front, which I like, so it kind of keeps your hand away and you're able to maneuver it really good. It also has a handle up here on top. It's kind of a cheap plastic type of handle. It's raised up high enough, but it doesn't have a heat shield like you have on a Weber. So even though the Weber has a little bit shorter handle, it has this heat shield. This right here doesn't have the heat shield, but it's actually higher up. It's much higher up. Second thing I like about this is that even with the basic model, you have an insulated little rubber grip here and to adjust your vents. So I like that. Actually, I got to unloosen that. It's got a little bit too tight. Let's go inside. All right, inside the lid, you have a nice little hook here, like a stainless steel hook. And it hooks right onto the side of the grill. So whenever you hang it there, it actually really gives you some good clearance off that grill. I really like that. It goes straight up and down. It gives you nice clearance so you can get to everything on your grill here. It comes with 2 charcoal baskets. I'm gonna go get my Weber charcoal baskets and compare it to this. Okay, so this one here is, of course, I've already used it a ton of times. This is my regular Weber charcoal basket. This is the non-304 stainless steel. This is just aluminized steel. I'm not really sure what this is. This definitely does not have the feel. I think it's just probably just straight up aluminum. It definitely does not have a feel. It also has the rivet. Also has rivets. I don't like that. So I don't see the life of these baskets lasting very long. And listen, okay. Okay, you can hear the sound. Okay, the Weber, a lot different sound. So your ones you get with the Weber are a lot more durable than the baskets that you get with the Expert Grill. It just feels flimsy. It feels cheap. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Hold on, that's right. I'm still going with the positives. Okay, sorry, I got off my my tangent there. Well, actually, what I do like is that with the basic model that you do get 2 charcoal baskets. So I really do like that. Okay, so you do get 2 charcoal baskets with the basic Expert Grill kettle. Okay, so probably one of the biggest positives about this grill is this stainless steel grate. It has you have double hinge doors here, which is really good, which I would expect. The metal here is a lot thicker than that of the Weber. Okay, let's hold these things up. So the grate that you get for the Expert Grill is a little bit wider, if you can tell. Hey, look here. Okay, so the Expert Grill is probably about a half inch, probably about a half inch wider, the opening on each side, more than the Weber kettle. Let's hold the Weber kettle and this one up side by side, and let's look at the thickness of the metal. So this one right here is the Expert Grill. This is the Weber kettle. As you can tell, is that the Expert Grill is wider than the slats on the Weber kettle. Now they're both 304. I mean, they're both stainless steel, but I'm not sure if it's 304 or what kind of grade stainless steel it is. But however, the one on Expert Grill definitely seems to be a lot more durable and seems to be better than that of the Weber charcoal grate. All right, so when you assemble this, you have to put in these tabs right here. You got 3 of them, and so you can pretty much you just make sure you level them out right there. 1, 2, and 3. That's what it looks like. This might be a big thing with some of y'all, but it is not for me. However, this grate, how it is. Look at that, y'all. If that's a big issue for some of y'all, you can do that with this one, and it comes stock. So you get a better grill grate, plus it'll spin freely. It has nothing to catch up, so you don't have anything to like grind down or anything. That's just another little pointer there. Let's go to the inside. Now the leg brackets come already installed. I would probably suggest, and what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to tighten up the nuts in here to make sure it's all nice and tight in there. But all this hardware already comes pre-installed inside the bowl. The leg actually installation was actually really easy. Unlike the Weber. The Weber, you know, we can all admit the Weber does not have a very good leg system. It was just you push it in, slide it in, pop, and it does it easy. The Weber kettle, it doesn't do that. And then here is the charcoal grate that sits down inside there. Let's go to the last thing that I really like about this until I really go and I land base this thing on the things I don't like about it. So let's get started. The other thing I really like about the Expert Grill over the Weber is the shape of it. It has a lot deeper bowl that comes down, so you can actually put more charcoal in here, in my humble opinion. You can put more charcoal and stuff inside here, which I really like, and I also like the higher dome. Okay, so that's gonna offer more heat space, more head space to be able to put some food into. Ken at Heavy Metal Barbecue, what he does is he actually puts a vent over on this side. So what I might actually do, oh yeah, this is another thing I like, is where the vent placement is of this grill. It's not up on top like you have on a Weber kettle, so the heat can come around, then it actually come halfway down and blow out here. But Ken Heavy Metal Barbecue, he actually put a pipe right here on his Weber, so the heat has to come down even further and come out here. But you know what? I might actually just leave that the way it is. That might actually be down far enough for me to be satisfied. I do like where that's placed actually. Because look, okay, so you see where the Weber is? It's up on the top. This one here is more down. So I think the placement of this air outtake, the vent, is a lot better than that of the Weber. All right, let's and check this out. I'm gonna do the knock test. All right, so when I was in Walmart, And what really attracted me to this was the heaviness and the density that this metal was. And the lid is pretty heavy. The lid is actually felt like it was a lot heavier than that of the Weber, but it kind of, you know, makes sense, a little bit more material, but it felt considerably heavier than that of the Weber counterpart. So let's do a knock test. All right, so this is going to be to test or to show y'all how thick this metal is versus the metal of the Weber Kettle. So check this out. We're gonna knock on the Expert Grill first. Weber. Hear the difference in sound? Let's do the bowl. Feels about the same density, almost like the same sound of the bowl. The lid's definitely thicker than that of the Weber Kettle. Now let's do this. All right, so with the Weber Kettle, the actual bowl itself that the coals actually sit down into, it actually sounds like it's probably a thicker metal than that of the lid, which probably makes sense, you know, because they want to reinforce this because that's where your coals are going to be. And then the lid is probably just so it's easier to maneuver. With the Expert Grill, looks like it's pretty much the same kind of metal all the way through. Really thick here, and it's pretty thick here. The durability of the bowls of the Expert Grill is probably going to last quite a long time. I'm not going to get into this part yet, this part right here. I'm going to save this for the things I don't like. All right, this is the ash catch system and the airflow adjust. Let's get into things I don't like about this grill, and I'm going to be doing the comparison between this and the Weber Kettle as I'm doing the things I don't like. This is going to be fun. Okay, things I don't like about the Expert Grill. I'm also going to be doing a comparison with the Weber as I'm doing it. First off, the air vent. The air vent, yeah, I do like where the placement is. However, even when you go to close it, you still have air inside of there. In fact, I put a light inside the grill last night. I shined it up and you could clearly see light coming out through here. With the Weber Kettle, I put the light inside there. You did not see any kind of light coming up through there, so you had a really good seal with the Weber Kettle versus that of the Expert Grill. Also, on the handle here, I do not like that they don't have the heat shield like they have on the Weber Kettle. They don't have nothing like that for the Expert Grill. So if this thing gets up to, as it says, you know, 500-600 degrees, there's gonna be a lot of radiant heat coming off of this metal. You might have to wear a pair of gloves or something to take this lid off, because that used to be a major problem with the Weber Kettle, as people were burning their hands, and that's why they actually went to this heat shield. Maybe Expert Grill can come up with, or whoever makes Expert Grill can come up with a heat deflector shield plate to come here to protect your hands from the heat coming up. I would suggest wearing a pair of gloves if you're doing something that's really hot. Wear a pair of gloves whenever you lift this lid up, because you could possibly burn your knuckles. All right, so now it's time to lift the lid and go over the things I don't like on the inside. Going on the inside, your Weber Kettle is 22.5 inches wide, as the Expert Grill here is only 22 inches wide. So if you want to use some of your favorite accessories, like the BBQDRAGON grill stone, you can use it on the Weber Kettle. You cannot use it on the Expert Grill. Any accessory wise for the Weber Kettle, you can't use over here, and pretty much you cannot vice versa. So if I wanted to use the BBQDRAGON grill stone in my Expert Grill, I'm gonna have to shave off probably some of this, maybe about 1/2 inch off around the edges here. So I'm gonna have to shave off. Then it should fit inside there pretty good. But for right now, it's a no-go. Even for those of y'all that are SLOWNSEAR fans. Oh, look at that. What's in here? That's a Gorilla Q. Look at that. A Gorilla Q. I have a Gorilla Q to fit in here. Forgot I had this thing. A Gorilla Q will fit into the Expert Grill. So if you want to get yourself an Expert Grill, a Gorilla Q, I don't know if they even make these no more. It's something Saigon or whatever. Just look up Gorilla Q. It's just basically, it's just a simple water trough that goes in here. And that will fit into your Expert Grill. SLOWNSEAR. So here's a SLOWNSEAR. SLOWNSEAR fits perfectly inside of the Weber Kettle, just like that. I'd have it on the tabs. So SLOWNSEAR fits perfect inside the Weber Kettle because I think that's what it was made for. Over here in the Expert Grill, no, it doesn't fit. I'll show you. I mean, granted, you probably could put it in there, but it pulls it so far away from the edge that pretty much you're almost using up you know, more than half your space in there. I would say the SLOWNSEAR does not fit into the Expert Grill, which that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't care. All right, so there you go. Okay, so this is the underside of the Expert Grill, and this is how you adjust the air coming in. Okay, I mean, simple enough. There's a little bar here, and those little things there open up. That's pretty cool, huh? This is a simple concept. here's the huge problem. So in order to clean out your ash, you have to, the ash, you gotta hope that all the ash falls through down inside here cleanly. Then you gotta twist this. You gotta twist this. And in there. Then that comes out, okay? That's where your ash gathers. It's inside here. Simply go and dump it. But to get this thing inside here is a real pain in the ass. You have these hooks right here. You got 3 of them. Right here, right here, right there. So you have these little teeth on the inside of this ash catcher. And you gotta try to maneuver it to sit on these hooks right here. All right, there you go. So I got it on there. Now here's the other problem. Even though you have your damper right here, that you adjust your air, you have a huge gap right here that tons of air is getting into. I mean, a ton of air. So pretty much this damper right here almost becomes worthless. You have a huge gap like that sitting. I mean, that is a huge design flaw. Huge design flaw. Whereas the Weber Kettle, we all love the Weber Kettle. So pretty much the Weber Kettle is pretty self-explanatory. This little lever adjusts the flaps for your air. Really simple, real easy. One thing I don't like about the Weber Kettle, I mean, I'm sure this is going to loosen up, you know, through the years as it's being used, but it's brand new. But pretty much you gotta pinch this. There we go, and it comes out. It's pretty tough to do. I mean, it's a real pain in the ass to do. The overall system is much more better than that of the Expert Grill. This is why I like the basic one. The basic one's so much easier. See, I got this hook over here. Okay, I'm gonna lean it. That's right, you gotta lean it in. You gotta lean it in. There we go, there we go. Yeah, this thing is a no-go for me right here. Take this thing off. Okay, let's just get into just the wheels. Pretty much you get a plastic, you know, piece of crap wheel with the Weber, and you get a plastic piece of crap wheel for the Expert Grill. But if you have to pick piece of crap wheels, I would say the Weber Kettle has a better piece of crap plastic wheel, if that's even a positive. I mean, maybe a wash. I mean, this wheel right here almost feels like something you get off of your kids' you know, toys. I mean, there's really no thought in this wheel. I mean, it's really just a basic piece of junk wheel. As where this is a little bit higher grade quality plastic piece of crap wheel for the Weber. I'm gonna give you an update on the Oklahoma Joe Bronco. I guess Oklahoma Joe, in my review video, my unboxing, I guess they they offered to send me a whole new intake. And while I graciously accepted it, I was like, well, you know, if you think there's a problem, I didn't think there was much of a problem with it. But when they sent me the new one actually has, like right here where that screw is, it actually has a bracket now, like a long bracket pod about 1 inch. And this right here slides up and down, and you can adjust both of these, and it sits on there perfectly. And then for my problems, they went ahead and they sent me a cover, which, thanks, Charbroil, you guys actually sent me something. No, I can actually say I actually did not pay for something with Charbroil, and that's the cover for the Oklahoma Joe Bronco. And it's actually a really nice cover. It's a nice cloth cover, thick. It seems to be pretty weather resistant, and it seems to be really good quality actually. So I'm gonna get this off. I'm gonna show you all that stack and how it fits now versus the way that this old one fit. And I'm gonna get into my final words. All right. Okay, so this is now the new stack. All right, there's a big time difference between the other one and that other one. The other one had a gap probably about yay big, and it didn't start until like right here. I didn't notice much airflow problems, but if they wanted to go ahead and replace it, I took it, and yeah, I noticed a complete difference now. This right here sits on there so much better. And right there's the bracket I was telling you about. The screw actually sits in there, and you can actually adjust it, slides up and down, so you can get a perfect fit on there. And even this right here even is a lot better when it comes to adjusting to the numbers. You want to move it to 1, 2, 3, and 4. As where my other one, that little metal dial there, it kind of spun as you did this. But this right here seems to stay still. I like that. So there you go. So that's the quick update on the Oklahoma Joe Bronco air stack issue. So the question becomes, Weber, are you safe? My answer, yeah, I think you're pretty safe, Weber. You know, there's a little bit of a competition here. The Expert Grill at Walmart goes for $97. I got it for $74 because the one The sign they had on the floor, it showed 74, but when I went back to the rack, it showed 97. I made them hold their price of $74, so I got this right here for $74. So I want to give you all that quick little nugget of information there. All right, so that's it, y'all. They're doing some yard work right now in my neighborhood, so I'm gonna have to kind of talk kind of close to the camera here. That's why I usually talk close to the camera anyhow, so y'all can hear me, because I don't wear one of those lapel mics. Anyhow, here is probably one of the most major things for almost everybody here in America. Where is Expert Grill made? Well, as we all know, Weber's been around since made right here in the good old US of A. Expert Grill, overseas in China. So that might be a deal breaker for a lot of y'all, which it almost was for me, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this thing a try and see what it's like. I might have some Expert Grill temp probes and stuff, and they seem to not be very good quality, and the wires fried out pretty quickly. But the actual unit itself was pretty easy to use, but the wires were complete garbage. So I mean, you get what you expect. So that might be a deal breaker with a lot of y'all. Good old US of A, baby. That's it. And for us Americans, for us proud Americans, that might be say, hey, no can do. I did in this instance to show you guys this grill, but I am going to use it though. So don't get me wrong. I am going to use it. Even though it's made in China, I'll still use it. But anyhow, I think that's about all I want to say. I think that's about all I want to go through. I appreciate y'all joining me. Like, subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. I'll be cooking up something pretty cool next week. All right. Ciao.